I found out that my wife is boasting on Facebook that she's sneaking from our account and calling me useless even though I provide for her lifestyle. My wife is a som by her choice of our 2 kids. I used to work full-time in a large hospital in our town as an attending oncologist, but due to her needs at home, I have since cut my clinic time at half and make up for the break in my in-person works via telehealth. I am available almost all but 6 or so hours a day, and even so, during those 6 hours, I frequently step away to make sure my wife and whomever else is helping watch our kids are taken care of. I know she has postpartum depression PPD. She had it with our first, another time with a child she am scared, and now with our second. I've offered help in all forms, but she reiterates the fact that she just doesn't want to talk to either a stranger or someone who is my friend telling me everything behind her back, so rather than argue, I try to do my best and make it work for everyone. 3 weeks ago when I found out via a colleague who frequents the same Facebook mothers group as my wife that according to her vent post, I as a husband and father, if it wasn't for the lifestyle my husband can provide for me, I would have left by now. He provides no support at home, has no clue how to raise kids and is useless AF. Workaholic who doesn't prioritize me or my kids, and my favorites, can easily be replaced. Been talking to my ex, getting some good PP on the side and more to come. My husband is so dumb he didn't even notice I've been sneaking money away from our account. All I could do was laugh in disbelief. Equally as so had all the other mothers who cheered her on and encouraged her to get that PP sis. Take everything he has. After a weekend of sulking and then bringing it to her attention and the failed attempt to play it off as a joke, explain, cover, and lie about the post and its context, she expressed that she thinks we need to start from back at the beginning and fall in love again. Long story short, my attorney has taken the past 2 weeks to look at my case, and according to him and his partners, they have enough to present to prevent a lot of the damage she thinks she can cause with the pending divorce via her story and deleting that post. Her legal counsel is her ex above, who is an unemployed electrician, fired for being high on a job, who, according to mutual friends, thinks he is about to put our house under his name that my parents bought for us as a wedding gift that we have yet to transfer the title to our names. I'm currently in a mixed bag of emotions. Again, I'm laughing in disbelief at everything but also crying at the revelation that I wasn't good enough for someone I love and started a family with. I want to ensure our kids grow up with both of us and, when they're older, decide who they want to live with more. I'm scared that she will try anything to take our kids away from me completely, and now I think I should fight for full custody. I'm jealous her ex has enough power over her to sway her so easily after all these years. But most of all, I'm angry. After the conversation was opened about the proceedings of our divorce, my wife's biggest concern was, well, what's going to happen to me and all that I need and deserve? Her attitude she had when I told her, well, it's not like you don't have the means to go back to work like before. Her argument, it's not the same. How can I provide for the kids if I have to work? Nothing about the kids. Her mother, whom I financially and medically support because they did not have the means to do so. Nothing about us before, during, or moving forward after the divorce. It's only about her and what she wants and needs, and I wish our children were old enough to comprehend all of this. Update, since my last post, my wife and I have had some alone time together and had the opportunity to talk in detail. Lots of tears, lots of revelations, lots of finger pointing, and surprisingly very minimal screaming, at least from my point of view. She said she felt that my only focus in life was our kids, my career, and the opportunities I had in the making, with no room for her needs and wants. She felt stuck in a rut, worthless, and at a stalemate where she felt like she had lost who she was. She claims she fears that I will take everything away from her and leave her with nothing, and she will never see her kids again. She described the Facebook post as an emotionally charged rant where she needed affirmation from other mothers, especially Psalms, that she wasn't alone in her feelings. She claimed things with her ex just happened over at the start of the Christmas holidays because he came love bombing her during a moment of weakness and feeling vulnerable and was no more than a means to meet her physical needs but nothing more. She claims she still only loves me and out kids. I'll be honest, it was nice. She's been so attentive to me and love bombing me that it made me rethink my decisions, and after a few drinks, I almost made the mistake of sleeping with her. I've realized and made peace with myself that while I may still love my wife, I'm done. My attorney and his team have done a deep dive over many of the details and proof of everything. Her affair, according to the proof, has been going on since the summer of 2022 as per her phone, text, and FaceTime records. GPS in the car and Google Maps have records of the places she's gone. Records from our neighborhood gate security has a timed log of when her ex visited our house. The biggest piece of evidence was videos from the home showing the two of them coming, interacting, and leaving our home whenever our parents took the kids out for whatever reason during my clinic days. While the deed was not on video, the greeting of a passionate hug, kiss, and more is not your typical hello. After my review and my attorney's team, we've concluded that she had siphoned close to $60K from our accounts into an unknown account. If you're wondering why I never noticed it before, as I mentioned, I also help my mother-in-law with her medical and financial needs. I was under the assumption it was a new account my wife made for her to help give her access to money as she did before. I never had a reason to distrust her before, and this was money from our joint account, not my ones. I will never be able to see her as the same woman I fell for all those years ago. And the betrayal, while you can say it was due to PPD, the fact she vehemently refused help that was readily available but claimed wasn't, is inexcusable. I can't be with her, nor can I risk the well-being of our children. My attorney has drafted a few settlement agreements in hopes of an agreement being made quickly, and this is just the development of a finalized version of a settlement I want to bring to the table. How it goes, that's up to her legal team, but I am fully prepared to go to war and will not hold back with all of the legal ammo and possible charges to pursue. In short, leave with something versus left with nothing. I want to be fair and separate as amicably as possible because our kids do not deserve to be put in the middle of all this but also deserve to have us both in their lives. Legally, she isn't entitled to much. She keeps her car and all of her belongings not shared by the family, and in exchange of any alimony, keeps what she siphoned away and take half of our shared checking and savings with no access to any other accounts or portfolios I have that she had no part in investing into now or in the future. Her total take from that monetarily is unfair, It's more than what she and her ex would make in a year combined before taxes. I hope she or her ex doesn't blow it all away within the year if she agrees to this. She will have supervised visitation rights until she starts getting treatment for her PPD and has been assessed by a provider in the clinic. Once the divorce is finalized, she needs to leave our home if not previously done so and cannot return uninvited. She cannot pick up our oldest from school or take the kids out without supervision. I will continue to provide her health insurance until either she finds her own coverage, the divorce is finalized, or extenuating circumstances occur in which I can/will no longer offer coverage for her.